Hello my dear students, welcome back to another session of computer application. So students, in the previous class we have explained about the different group of if constructional statement in a Java programming, and the simple queue and if else statement already have explained. I hope you understood with example. Today we are going to studying about the next group of if statement will be if else if statement, that is also called as else if ladder. Okay, so that means here if will be there and else will be there. One more if the same time we are using in the previous constructional statement, that is if group will be, we already used only if and else. That means certain condition we are giving in a if statement. If the condition will be true, the true part of the program will be, or program statement will be executing and output will be generating. And if the condition will be false, it will comes to the second part, that is a else section, that is a false part. What are the statement we have given in the false section, it will be executing and the relevant output will be generating. Okay, so that is if else statement. So here today's class we are going to study two if will be comes together. That means more than one condition we are going to check at a time in a single program. And the previous examples and all, one condition we are providing at a time, single condition. Based on the single condition, the remaining output will be generating whether it is true or false after evaluating. Okay, but here we are going to apply more than one condition at a time. Okay, how it will be we can see. So actually the if else if option is used. It is also called as else if ladder. Else if ladder means at a time more than condition will be executing inside a single if frame. Okay, how it will be you can see. The syntax of or writing method of if else if statement will be here. First you have to give the if statement. Okay, if statement and first condition 1. If the condition 1 will be true, the program controller come inside the true section, which are the true statement they have given, that will be get execute, the relevant output will be generating. So if the condition will be false, what will happen? This part first if is having, the else part will be there. So here if the program controller comes to the second part, else if. Okay, if else the first else is having, the same time one more condition we are applying. So else if the condition 2. If this condition 2 will be true, it will comes to the second, the true section of the second if, the true statement will be executing. Okay, so that if the condition will be true. If this condition also will be false, it will goes to the next else section. That means the second if else part, the next condition we are providing, that is condition n. Then up to condition n, based on the program how many conditions are there or questions are there, that we can define it. So up to condition n, if the condition n will be true, the remaining true statement will be execute and output will be generating. Then this condition also will be get false, it will comes to the else section. This else will be the first if else. First we have given one if, no, so that is else part. The last then in this else if ladder, the last we can see, the last group of the if statement is shown as a else part. That is a common false part of the entire if group. Okay, so once again I'll repeat. The first we have to provide first condition. The first condition will be true. The program controller comes inside the if group, and which are the true statement you have entered, that will be execute and output will be generating. Then if the condition will be false, what will happen? It will comes to the else part of the if. There we are providing the second condition. Okay, if the second condition will be true, the relevant statement will be executing, output will be generating. And if the second condition also will be false, it will goes to the third if else section. That means the second if is having, there else will be there. There we are applying one more condition. If this condition also true, that if the condition will be last, this will be executed, and if the condition will be false, it will comes to the last section of the if group, that is called as a false part, and the relevant false statement will be executed and the program controller will be exit from the if else if group. So this is the writing method for the if else if group, condition 1, condition 2 up to condition n. Okay, so then maybe that will be n plus 1, n plus 2, like that it will be continued. That means based on the program, it will be changed. So which program you are preparing, so how many conditions are there, depending upon the program, may or may not be, it will be changed. Number of condition will be changed. Okay, so that user can decide it. So based on the program. So here I have given only 3, then first, second and third condition. Then after the third condition will be finished, if the condition also false, it will comes to the false section. If the condition will be true, this false will be not working. Which is the true statement, that will be execute and the output will be generating. Okay, so this is called as if-else-if ladder or if-else-if statement. So next we can go for the simple example for the if-else-if constructional group. How it will be, we can see. So here I am going to write a simple program about the Java, Blue Java. Write a program in Blue Java to check whether the greatest among any 3 numbers. We are going to inputting. That means the user will be going to be inserting any 3 value, that we have to find it which is the greatest value among these 3 numbers. So here instead of using the number, we are using the variable a, b, c, like 3 variable we are using, or 3 or 4 variable. If it is 3 variable means more than 3 conditions will come. If it is 4 variable means 5 conditions will come. So like that, number of variable, how many number of variables you are using, depending upon that the condition, number of conditions will be changed. So here 3 among greatest among 3 numbers I am going to checking. So here the variable will be a, b and c. 3 variable will be there. So here a equal to 5, b equal to 6 and c equal to 7 I have given. So according to this value I am going to write the program. So complete program is not writing, only the body of the if-else-if ladder I will write it. The first condition what I have given, if the first we have to check these 2 value. Okay, and these 2, both the elements, if it is a 3 variable, you have to check the first value, you have to check with the second value and also the third value. That means a should be checked with the b and c. That means after comparison with the b and c, you have to confirm a is a greater value. So that means here we are going to apply 2 conditions at a time in a single option. Okay, there we are using the logical operations which is providing by the Java programming. So different type of operations we already have seen in the previous chapters, relational operators, arithmetic operators and logical operators. So 3 type of operators we have seen. In this if statement we are using the logical operators. So which are the logical operators we are using? That is called as and, or, not. So which are the relevant symbol? For and we are using double and symbol. So here for or operation we are using double pipe symbol. Not operation for we are using exclamatory symbol. So these are the equivalent symbols we are using in the logical operation. So actually the name of the logical operation means and, or, not. And before going to explain this example, first of all where we are using the and, or, not operation I will explain. So here the and operation is used to while doing the comparison, if more than conditions will be there, we have to check all the conditions should be true. For example, when we are preparing a marks card, so in your marks card, if the marks will be in 100, for 5 subject will be there. If the 5 subject will be in out of 100 mark, so the passing mark will be 35. So from the out of 100 you have to get 35 marks. If all the 5 subject, if you are having 35 marks, we can confirm the overall result will be passed. Okay, so in the same time you have you are having all the 4 subject is having 35 or above, but one particular subject below 35. So that you have to check it. Okay, so below 35, even one subject also having below 35 means your entire result will be failed. So how can we check it? That means here the first subject language, Kannada, English, social science, maths, science, 5 subject will be there. This all the subject at a time you have to check whether it is greater than or equal to 35. If it is not, if any one subject will be below 35, it will be the entire result will be fail. So there we are using AND operation. That means AND A greater than equal to 35 and B greater than equal to 35 and C greater than or equal to 35 and it will be continued. If all the three conditions will be true, we can give pass option. If first the third condition will be false or second condition will be false or first condition will be false, the result will be fail. That means all the AND option if used to what are the conditions you are applying in the if statement, the entire condition, all the number of conditions should be true. Must it will be true. Then only we will get the true value or true statement. For that purpose only we are using AND. And the second option will be OR. OR option means either one will be above 35, you will get pass. For example, if you are applying A greater than or equal to 35 or here if you are using OR, here if you are using OR. That means if A greater than equal to 35, it will be above, it will be there. This first condition will be true only. Remaining two condition will be false. In the AND case, remaining two will be false means you are fail. But when we are using the OR, either one will be true, we can consider as a pass. Okay, so that is the difference between the AND operation and OR operation. So here NOT operation is used to check whether the LHS part and RHS will be equal to or not. Not equal to, if you wanted to check not equal to or equal to. So for that purpose only we are using the NOT operation. So this all the three operations we are applying in the all the group of if statement. Okay, so here our program, let me come back our program. Three values, the greatest among three values. How can we write the program? So here three variables I have entered and also the values I have inserted, and first condition will be, first you have to check which is the first value. It's A variable. A you have to compare with B and also you have to compare with C. Okay, then how can we write the condition? The first option will be if A greater than B and A greater than C. That means here two conditions I have given at a time in a single if. If both the condition will be true, we can confirm A is greater value. Okay, then you have to close the if option. So only A have we printed. Okay, so the next we have to check B. The next condition will be B greater than A and B greater than C. The same condition. You have to go for the else part of the first if. Else if, open the bracket, B greater than A and B greater than C. If this condition will be true, we can tell B is greater. Okay. Then if this condition also false, what we have to do? The next only one condition we need to check it. So here if that is no need to check because already A and B we already checked. So if these two conditions will be false, definitely we can identify the third value will be great. So here single if else you can give, no need to give any if. The else part we can mention C is greater. Okay, so the program will be finished. So here first of all we have to give the conditions. So once again I will explain the example. Here three variable I have given. The program is belongs to greatest among three numbers. So you have to check whether greatest among any three numbers. So user will be entering. So here A and B and C will be as a variable. The first condition, first if we are going to start, if A greater than B and A greater than C. That means the three variable will be there. The first variable should be compared with the next two variable. So after comparison of these two, we can find it. If the condition will be true, we can confirm the first value is a greater value in this given numbers. Okay. If the first condition will be false, it will comes to the else part of the first if. There we are giving the second condition, B greater than A and B greater than C. See here we are going to check B value, second value. So if this condition will be true, we can go for the B is greater. So one more thing, you don't get confused. The first condition we are checking A is greater or not than other numbers. So if this condition will be true, the output will be generated and the program will be get stopped. So no need to check all other conditions. If this condition will be false only, it will goes to the next step. Okay, so there is a chance that you have to give the all the options. Okay, so here next else if you have to give the given the condition, and this condition they have to check it, and if the condition will be true, it will comes to the true section of the second if statement. The B is greater, the second value will be greater, they will print it, and one more value we need to check it. Of course we know first two option we have checked, all the first two option will be wrong, means we can identify easily this third value will be the highest value, that we can consider as the last part of if statement, that is else part of the first if. There we can mention C is greatest value. Okay, so this is a simple example, that is a very small example for the if else if ladder. So many kinds of examples we can give it. Okay, so and weekdays program. So weekdays program, to write a Java program, Blue Java program to print the weekdays. That means you have to insert a value. You have to check one value or variable, you have to insert it. Yeah. So if you enter 1 means the Sunday should be printed. If you enter 2, the next Monday will be printed. So like that weekdays we can print, or month we can print. So like that and next bill preparation. So supermarket bills and all will be there. So how the supermarket will be printing? We already know with Diwali seasons and all reduction sales will be there. Then particular amount, the range of amount will be there. 500 if you are purchasing 500 to 1000 rupees, you will get 5% discount. If you are purchasing 1000 to 3000, you will get a 7% discount. So they like that more than one condition we can apply, and we can do the calculations, and we can prepare the bill by using the Java program. So many kinds of examples programs will be there by using the if else if ladder. Such a powerful concept in the Blue Java programming. It's not only for the Blue Java, all the type of programming language. This is the basic foundation. Okay, so this is the example for the Blue Java if else if ladder, which we are using in the Blue Java programming option. So I hope you understood this example and the syntax. So if you are seeing means you don't understand anything, so you have to clearly observe the class, and you have to try to evaluate it, how it will be. In the textbook also the same concept will be there, and syntax will be there, that also you have to consider. So how the condition will be executing, and after executing how the output will be generating. If the condition will be false, what happened in the next step, and how the second step will be working, what are the options we are using in the second step. So what do you mean by else if, how the else if will be working, that and all we will get from the else if section. In the textbook also it will be there. So clearly you have to 2-3 times you have to evaluate it, otherwise you don't understand anything. So because we are not doing the practical, actually after the completion of each programming construction class, you need to do the minimum 10 programs practical session, otherwise you won't understand anything. That's why I'm telling again and again, you have to prepare and evaluate it. So just write and practice it. If you are having system, you just do practice. So the complete program I will send to the WhatsApp group. Okay, so then you have to one by one, if you are having time, you have to make use of the time and utilize it, and the program more programs I will send it, but how much you are able to do it. Okay, so 1 or 2 example minimum you have to practice it, otherwise writing record is very difficult. Okay students, so I hope you understood the concept of if else if ladder concept. It is providing by the programming constructional or conditional construction section in the programming group. So do practice it. If you are having any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you students, have a nice day.